Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Alana and today we are going to be doing a quick flip through and setting up a weekly for my June bullet journal. So let's get in. So for June, we have a couple different themes going on. Number one, I decided to challenge myself and do a animal theme, and specifically horses. And I chose horses because this year is the year of the horse for the Chinese zodiac. And I am trying to every year try to incorporate some sort of zodiac. So whether or not it'll be like the astronomy zodiac or the Chinese zodiac. And I also am using colors for the aromantic flag. As you can see here, we have got the numbers for this calendar here in the colors of the aromantic flag. We have got dark green, lighter green, white. So I had to do a black outline and then white yellow pen. So I need to take that out. Then we have a gray pen, which I actually used a marker for that because I don't have any gray pens at the moment. And then a black pen. And for the fonts, I used my regular caps that I have. And then I used for the first letters, LHF Encore, which you can find on Pinterest. And honestly, I'm really quite happy with how this theme turned out. I was really nervous with them, with the horses. And some of them don't turn out great. But for someone who's never drawn a horse in their life, this horse looks pretty dang good to me for somebody who's never drawn a horse. So we have our cover page for the month. Then we have our social media. I will write down all the things that I did there. Then we have our space for our coloring pages. And there's two more little horses down here. We have our top priorities for the day. And we have a little quote down here. I cannot remember who says it. I found all my quotes on Pinterest. But it says, hold on to what makes you happy. And if it tries to buck you off, just hold on even tighter. And then I have another horse up in the top. And so this will just be where I write what my top priority is for the day and then whether or not it got done. And then here we have my sleep, headache, and mood tracker. I'm doing this in the same style as last month. So it is one that goes this way. So we have my sleep and headache tracking will be here. So I'll throw a highlight in for when I slept, and then I will put a line. I'll put a dark dot when my headache starts, a straight line if it's like not a super bad headache, a wavy line if it is one of my worst headaches, and then a triangle at the end. And then we'll have an AM, a midday, and a PM check-in for my mood. Then we have a quote here. It says, in riding a horse, we borrow freedom. And then down here, we have a little piece of a horse and then a horse laying down here. And it says, there is no secret so close as that between a rider. I said a rided there. I forgot that bit. A rider and his horse. Then we have our little habit space. I did make it a little bit bigger than this past month. And I've got the same habits. So my 7 a.m. we wake up, my chores, my daily routine, and my 11 p.m. bed. This is one of the horses that I am not super happy with, but that's okay. Then we have my space for my goals for the month. We have our space for working on Christmas cards, losing 10 pounds, my 10 YouTube subs, and then any other things that I get done. Then we have our first weekly setup. And yeah, I do have the first one. This is another one of the horses I'm pretty proud of down here. So for this, we have a lot of little boxes. We have got a box here for menu, a box here for events with every other day highlighted so that I can easily tell. We've got a little box for the calendar and a drawing of a horse. Then we have each of our individual day boxes here. Then we have a space for gratitude and then a moving to next week. There is a little bit of a horse down in this bottom corner. And it says, "No hour of life is wasted that is spent in a saddle." And we are going to set up this one. I did put all of the weekly headers in just so that I could like make sure I was keeping track of my pages. So we are going to be setting up this weekly, and I have sketched it all out just because I do not feel comfortable drawing a horse from memory yet. So for the supplies that I've used for this monthly, we have got for pens, we have got 4 Paper Mate flares in a light green, 2 different shades of brown, and a black. And then we have a darker green Paper Mate Ink Joy. For markers, we have got 4 Crayola markers. We have got a brown, a green, a gray, and a black. 2, nope, I'm supposed to have 3 of these. 3 mild liners, 2 different shades of lighter browns. This one's more of a peachy tone, and then a brown, and then a light gray, which is almost dead, so I did not use it a ton so far. I have got a Sharpie highlighter in light green, and then I have, for a couple little spots, a Jelly Roll pen to just write over other ink in this color. So for all of the boxes for this month, we have done the darker brown, and we are going to continue with that because I do enjoy it. I didn't put any lines on the outside just for when it had these needing to separate sections, but for the calendar, we do not need that. So we are going to go ahead and just put all of the lines down on the paper for the boxes. So I hope you are all doing well today. I am really happy with how this theme turned out so far. We have had a pretty good day here as well. My sister came over for a visit, and that was amazing. My son got to play with his cousins, and it was nice to see. And my sister got to hold my daughter, which she was happy about. What is this section? It's a smaller section. Menu, probably. Yeah, this is the menu. And we had some French bread pizza for dinner, which was nice. It was a nice change up. We've been doing very classic pizzas lately, so it was nice for a little change up. We're going to do a little extra line up on this one, just because I have been liking that detail. All right, and then I believe this is the events box. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to kind of copy it. Obviously not the placement. Wanted to put the placement in some different areas just so that it could, you know, be different, because like, where's the fun in all of your weeklies looking exactly the same? Here's the answer. There is no fun in it. I need 2 boxes, okay. Do the wiggle. Sorry, I have got Danny Go stuck in my head. And that one's gonna go down the box. My back is a little mad at me today. but I am keeping it rather simple for these weeklies. Putting all the bits, which is nice. I haven't done like these types of weeklies in a while, so it's going to be nice and refreshing. It's been refreshing just setting them up, so I feel like I'm really going to enjoy using them. But what is your favorite style of weekly? I try to do a different style of weekly every month. Obviously, it doesn't happen all the time. Just because, you know, life's. And sometimes I just go for, you know, whatever I think is going to work, whatever's the fastest. Because sometimes I just need to get shit done. So I'm just lining all of my boxes here. And I have already picked a quote as well. Again, I don't remember who said it. I found them on Pinterest and most of them didn't have names. And honestly, I didn't kind of search for them. But this one says, no one can teach riding like a horse. And then I have like a horse tail right here. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. It is stuck in there good. I mean, it could be worse things stuck in my head, right? Oops, sorry, I'm bumping y'all. Alright, so we have all of our lines for our boxes in. Nope, I need one more right here. I thought so. I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. I just don't know what it is. Yep, there we go. So there's all of our boxes. We're going to go ahead and sketch out, or not sketch out, line out our horses. And that way we can erase the stuff we need to erase. This is another one I'm not super happy with the sketch up here. I was trying to do it while holding my daughter, so it didn't quite turn out the way I really wanted it to. Dun 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 dun. I mean, I just, something's weird about it. I don't know what it is. Something is weird with it. I'm just gonna leave it. Stop messing with it, Alana. It's gonna get worse. And then down at the bottom, I have a part of a horse. Okay, and then up here we got a horse butt. Horse butt. Horse butt. All right, and then we're gonna take our green pen. We're actually gonna use our lighter green, I think, because we have Now we'll use our dark green, but we're gonna use our light green for all the other bits, so we might as well use it while we've got it out. So we have got, obviously, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then this is the menu. This is the events. Whoopsie. And then this is, did I do the whole? I did. Did I do them in capitals? No. And this is the 7th. And I do have Sunday starts for everything. I have mentioned it before that I do Sunday starts. I am doing what is called cyclical planning instead of monthly planning. If you want to learn more about cyclical planning, go find Joshi Corinne here on YouTube and Instagram and all the places. And she has been doing cyclical planning for a year and a half now. And I watched her for a whole year before I started doing it myself. But I thought it would just make my life a little bit easier. I would have less mistakes in my journal. And it would just be a little bit easier to do planning for like my social media stuff, because I am trying to do a little bit more of social media stuff. If I had like solid 4-week blocks. Thursday, and then this is the 11th. Friday, the 12th, and then Saturday the 13th. And this day right here is my brother's birthday. No, it's not. This is for June. Yes? This is not my brother's birthday. It's not. I lied. This is my aunt's birthday, the 8th. I can't English today. It's fine. My brain is not fully working. It has been a long day. Then we have a space for our gratitude. And then we have our move to next week space right there. And then we're going to take the dark green just because that's the next one I'm grabbing here. And I forgot some bits. That's okay. We'll do them in the dark green. It's good. So we're going to start over here. So we have got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We've got Sunday, the 7th, Monday the 8th, Tuesday the 9th, Wednesday the 10th, Thursday the 11th, Friday the 12th, and then Saturday the 13th. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Dum, 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 dum. We got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we're gonna put some dot. We're gonna just start with like one dot there, and then we're gonna do our lettering. So going back onto this, so we're using LHF Encore, and I have written them all down. So we're gonna put our little quotation marks on the edge here. Whee! And it looks like the quotation marks are actually becoming part of the letter. That's okay. It happens. Did I do caps? Yes. I apologize if you can hear my cat grooming herself right behind me. It seems to be her favorite time to groom herself is when I am making videos. We went a little outside the box ranges there, and that is okay. So there's that bit. We're going to go ahead and write the dates in this color as well. $31. And actually, we're going to do the week that it is in this tan color, because I do like to change them up a little bit. So that is what we're going to do. And that way you can kind of tell what week it is. Just at a quick glance. Like this week here, I did like a highlight on it. So we're going to do it in a different color for this one. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Phew! Bless me. Sorry about that. That came on fast. Wasn't expecting that. Holy crolies. My nose. I'm going to go ahead and take this green, and I'm going to highlight that little corner, in this little corner. Okay. And then we're going to take the light gray, and we're going to highlight every other day for the menu. Obviously, as you can tell, it is time. And we are going to highlight every other day for every other line for the moving over, just so we can bring some of the light gray over this way as well. Okay. Let's do the horses real quick. Actually, no. we'll do the horses as I use the color that they're going to be. So we're going to start with the black. And I realized I forgot. I keep realizing I like forget some lines. And we're going to do the mane and the tails and stuff in black here just to kind of cover some of my mistakes. Okay, and then down here. And then the tail up here. Wee. There's that. I realize I'm not even in frame. I have an issue with staying in frame, y'all. If you haven't figured it out. I'm going to go ahead and take the black and, you know what? I'm just going to color this whole bit black. And then black, 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 black. And then this box will be black. And then we're going to take this brown. Very warm right now. It's hot. I hope you guys have enjoyed the nice weather because it has been very warm here. And I'm not particularly happy about it, but... And I'm just using the same color for all these horses just to kind of save myself some mental energy for this weekly. And I won't always do it like that, but for this time, yes. And now that I'm thinking about it, I should have erased the sketch lines before coloring with the markers, but, you know. Hindsight's 20/20, y'all. I've already started. Okay, so there's that bit. Then we are going to go ahead and use the peachy tone for the inside of the ears here, little inside of the nose bit. And then we're going to highlight every other day for events, starting for the Sunday. And like, it is very, very pale color, but I love it. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing for the gratitude. because I am trying to find the joy a little bit more. I have really struggled postpartum, and I need to bring the joy back. So that's one way that I'm trying to bring back the joy. Next, we're gonna color this horse's eye green, and I need to put a little dot on the inside of his eye. There we go. Eye. And look at that. And we're going to go ahead and color in the letters, which it's just the first letter here. Perfect. Now we can put this all away. Because I'm not going to fill it out yet. I will do that either in a short or off screen. I don't know quite yet. But we're going to take an eraser. And we're going to start down here. And we're going to just erase the guidelines that we have. Sorry, y'all are shaking a lot. Trying to do it semi-gently. I'm also trying to be kind of semi-careful with this paper because it is cheap. My husband got this particular notebook for free from work. So it's not the best quality. It's not even really decent quality. It's pretty crap. But I will never say no to free. And I don't like wasting anything. So my husband got it and he was going to just throw it away. And I was like, no, I'll use it. It's fine. He's like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Regretted my decisions. Regret. But we're sticking with it now. We've got this much left in the book. We're about halfway through. So we're going with it. And that is how I am setting up my weeklies for the month. Each one will be slightly different, you know, using some slightly different colors, and obviously the horses will not be the same. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye!